Hello, welcome. I'm Ankur. I'm a solutions architect here at Online Partner, and today I'm here to talk to you about the BigQuery Data Canvas. When you hear the word canvas, you think of a very large sheet where you can organize like art, collage, words, and this sort of BigQuery Data Canvas. It works sort of in the same way, but for data, big data. And that's what we're going to show you here today. So here we have a sample canvas, and you can see it has a lot of the built-in AI features that make it easier for you to write queries here in BigQuery. Here we are searching for data to use, and the data set that we've chosen here is the natality data set, which is a public data set. So you see there we have to activate public permissions in order to use it. And don't forget, this is all of the fields that you see here for the data. And now we're going to add it to the data canvas. And you see the adding it to data canvas, you get all the list of all the variables. And now we're going to ask the AI to write the query for us. So I'm asking how many rows. It's a very simple query. You can do it with all tables. So how many rows are there in the data? And there we go. Generates the query, and now it's running the query. And you will now get the data in text form, but also in the query canvas down there. Alright, so you see here we are now creating a new query. And it is easy to write the query yourself, but letting the AI write it and refine it is simply simpler to do. So the query we're writing right now is for the average gestation period for a child, which is how long a child is in the womb of their mother, and it's divided based on the the cigarettes. It's very interesting use case, but like a cigarette used by the mothers, because if it's in the data set, why not? Yes. So here we see the query, and now let's run the query and group it by cigarette use. And you see there are some where the data is missing and others where it's true and false. And there are some interesting numbers. They didn't really tell us much based on insight, but it shows you that queries like these are possible and quite easy to do with the help of AI. But let's continue with a different query here. So the query that we're looking at now is, what were the top 5 years for childbirth? So here we completely rewrite the query. So it shows you what we're going to rewrite in all of these. So let's insert that and let's run it. And we'll see that the top 5 years are some in the 2000s and one in 1990. But it shows you the number, the birth count, and all that. And now we can visualize it into a chart. This bar chart, and you see it's a fairly simple chart, but like there's more complex charts that you can make on that basis. But again, like all of this in one place, from one original data set, multiple queries, all of which can be AI powered, visualized, and insights can be derived from it. So let's look at this new query, which is finding the average weight. It's a little bit complex here. The average weight of a male child born in each of the states. So this is a natality data set for the United States. So it's according to the state in which the mother was born or like resides in. Yes. So we generate this query. Some of this can be sensitive. It even detects that. And of course, it is like birth records, so it can be sensitive in a way. So let's look at that. Yes, we have all of those are state names, and so we have more than 50 states. That's because we have Canada, Cuba, and some other countries as options for the mother's home state. But as you can see, we can get some insights, just AI-based insights on that. Like Alaska has the highest birth weight, the average, which ones are above average. So just just basic, yes, basic insights by the AI. You can even visualize with the AI. The AI will recommend the chart for you, and you have it visualized there. You can even generate insights based off of this. But that's quite complex. We can get more complex than this, but I think it just up to this it proves our point here. So now what we're going to do is we are going to export this as a Jupyter notebook. So let's open the notebook now. Let's name it. We're gonna name it just natality right there, natality data. And just let's save this notebook. And now whatever that we put in here will appear in the notebook. And here we have the notebook that we constructed. And it has all of the queries that you wrote for the data canvas, but in code, for all of your code. And it does all of the same things as well. And you see all these other, like the insights that you generated, all of it has been transferred over into a new format for your use. And these nifty little features that you have in Jupyter Notebook, you're using them as well. You see the visualizations. And from the visualizations, you can even create more visualizations and add cells. So you can get quite crazy with it. You can continually add more insights driven by AI very easily, as you can see, just adding more code. And all of this smooth experience from one tab to another without even leaving the web page. Yes, quite the smooth experience, as you'll see. So that was the data canvas and the notebook, and all of these are features within BigQuery. And all of these features, what I showed you was a bit of a simplified version, but it works with even more complex queries. You can write it any way you want. If you are a person who likes or loves to write in SQL, you can do that. If you are a person who likes to vibe code and write everything in AI, that's also an option, as you saw there. Or you can first visualize it and then transfer it over into more familiar Python notebook and perform the same functions there, and then later reuse that code. So you see, it gives you a lot of different options, and it also allows you to get as creative and as quickly with it as possible. It is truly a canvas, and you are the artist of this canvas. Enjoy your new knowledge. Thank you for watching.